If you're a freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Anthony Gould now to return. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Throwing on the first play is Jones. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
Jones to throw on second down. That one complete to Pierce. And he'll get this up close to a first down as the tackle is made right at the midfield stripe.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. Give him 14 on that one. That's good for a Colts first down.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that third down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
On first down, Jones. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
Shotgun now for Jones. Oh, he coughs up the football. The Rams have it. First and 10. Throwing to begin, it's Stafford. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. They'll fake the handoff. Now Stafford taking a shot downfield for Adams. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
On play action, it's Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Maybe the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Stafford to throw again. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on.
It is brought in the end zone. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Rams.
And this is where the threat of run just opens up everything else in your offense, especially when you have a premier back lined up behind center. And this is one of those cases where the defense is so worried about how do we stop this ground game. They don't have enough guys to account for everyone in the passing game, and results in an easy touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. Jones operating out of the pistol. Going over the middle and taken in by Pittman. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely, and results in a completion.
They'll run on first down with Taylor. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. From the gun, it's Jones. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Taylor. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Jared Verse there to make the tackle. 1 quarter in the books. The Rams out to the early lead. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. Second and 7. Now a play fake. Jones. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Colts are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Stafford now on first down. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw is Stafford. Right side, complete to Nacua. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. First carry here for Kyron Williams. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Rams first down. They'll go again with Williams. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. DeForest Buckner brings him down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball is coming out.
To the outside, it's brought in by Adams.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he is out of bounds. It's going to be first down, though. First and goal at the 2.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They'll run. It's Williams. A dive, and he's in. Kyron Williams. Touchdown, L.A. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. In motion comes Pittman. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Indianapolis. Now, Jones. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
To throw, it's Jones. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Jones. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. Looking middle, and he's got Downs. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Again, they'll throw with Jones. Open man, right side. He's got it. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. Let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play. He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
At their own 30-yard line.
They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play.
14, Colts 6.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action, Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Adams. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Now it's Williams. Williams, first down, and he's not done. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 8-yard line. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's first and goal. Here's a run. And he's into the end zone. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Los Angeles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Cardi now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Rams extend it to a 21-6 advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. Just pushing guys away as he takes this forward for a gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. In motion comes Pittman. Try the jet sweep, heading right. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
He gets this one complete to Pittman. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Indianapolis.
I think the defender thought he had himself a pick here, Mike. He saw that curl coming the entire way, but unfortunately for him, it was a curl and go. They took him deep. Leads to a huge pickup.
Jones keeping this one. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here is the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Shotgun now for Jones. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On 3rd and long, it's Jones. And that is incomplete.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
The Rams take over
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. The drive begins with a run by Williams. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 31-yard line.
A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They put Adams in motion. It's another run here for Williams. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. from the gun. Here's nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Considering you only need a few inches, I understand the thought process of putting that ball in the air on third down. Let's see if you can take a shot, catch the defense in more run defense mode. But now you take that sack, put you in a fourth down where now you really have to decide how willing are you to be aggressive here to try to maintain this possession.
On the return is Gould. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Finding the open man, that's Pittman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Back to throw is Jones. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
The nice thing about these crossing routes, Mike, is it doesn't stress your protection. It's a very easy, high percentage completion for the quarterback, and when done right, you can get the ball into the hands of your receiver in open space with a lot of room to run after the catch.
From the gun, it's Jones. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Jones to the air again. He pulls it in around the 5. And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5. Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. Here's Jones to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And now it's 4th and goal.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he will score! Game on! Daniel Jones! Touchdown, Colts. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They put Adams in motion. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
3rd and long. Here's Stafford. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
This will be returned from just beyond midfield, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Throwing, Jones. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Jones operating out of the pistol. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
You just can't defend a pass much better than that, Mike. And the way they teach these defenders is attack the receiver's hand with your hands. That's the catch point that you want to disrupt, and makes a really nice play on the ball, and he's able to knock it out of bounds.
A run with Taylor. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Now, Jones. He'll try to run for it. Give him 11 on the scramble. They give them a new set of downs.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
That one into the hands of Downs. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Give him a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Jones now on 3rd and goal. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. down here late. They've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
They'll go for it. It's Jones. And I had to take a chance on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Williams.
The Rams take over first down.
His drive will start on the ground, and he'll work his way forward to about the 21. Here's a 2nd and 9. They run over center with Williams. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Punt team headed out for the Rams as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and it'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. On 1st down, Jones. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And it's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
There's that man again. Another catch. Now they face 3rd down and 7. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. Again, it's Jones. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. So it's a win here for the Rams. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Rams are victorious as we say so long from SoFi.